I've made a base inside just one block in Minecraft, but there's a catch. The mobs are crazy and they're all being controlled by the terrible Herobrine. He's going to attack and destroy the village until he transforms.
It's the end of everyone.
The villager has warned me that I have to get back to my house as soon as possible, but he has to forgive me. I had to take a short break to get my bread. How could I go back to my house without my special bread? I'm coming in, excuse me? Excuse me, you. What are you doing in my house?
Beto, you won't believe it. Beto, you need to watch the TV. Beto.
What's the story, buddy? Are you all right? Wait, are you all right? Look at your eyes, villager. You don't look very well. You could use some help here. There's a bathtub here you could use, boy. You look bad. Are you all right?
Beto, do you think I look like a clown here? I'm serious. The scariest thing has happened. You need to look at the TV.
Look, you seem really worried. What's going on? My TV hasn't worked for ages. To watch her, I even set up at least the best system of all. It's the toilet system. If I have a stomach ache, I can still watch it. It's the best of all, but it's important on that level.
Beto, I've never been so serious in my life. If you look, the other villagers are all worried, just like me. Something very bad is gonna happen.
What's gonna happen? Let me take a look. I realized there were some strange villagers. Yeah, you're not a villager, but the villagers were strange. What is that? That was very strange. I wonder if is there a villager nearby? Let me take a look. Everyone seems to be impressed by what they've seen. I need to take a look at the television. I'll see what's going on. A picture of a villager with white eyes. That was very strange. Let me have a look. The problem is that my TV is a bit old. Go, work, picture. Wait a minute. I have to give it a few strokes to make it work.
Urgent! The village has been attacked by Herobrine, and now he has transformed into a truly terrifying creature. He intends to wipe everyone out. The only way to survive this hideous creature's attack is to hide. He's turning everyone into Herobrine versions, and it's turned into something scary and horrible. If you find the secret house, you can hope. Inside that secret house, there is the most special item of all, where it can turn you small and get a small base. But be very careful, because the monsters are changing every minute, are transforming. The Herobrine is taking control of everyone. You only have a short time, so run! And if you want to be protected against the Herobrine, like and subscribe in just 5 seconds. Click on like and subscribe. And Beto, be very careful. The Herobrine final phase is coming.
This is worse than I imagined. I didn't think it was so serious, Mr. Villager. I apologize. I wasn't prepared for this. It's a huge creature that intends to wipe out the village. I think it's the greatest threat ever in the history of mankind. In the history of the villagers. They're desperate, talking amongst themselves. What? Which court is that? He looks like a villager, but he doesn't look happy at all. But what I need is to find that house he mentioned. A village house that had a villager who could give me more information so that I can protect myself in this village. It's the only way. It's the only way, but where is this house? It's nowhere. Oops, there's a villager here he looks a bit different. I think it's in this house. Excuse me, is this where I'm going to get the items?
You finally arrived, Beto. I'm glad you're here. We're counting on you. Yes, but be very careful. Because the people who keep the items are acting a bit strange. He went after the information, and he turned out to be different. So be very careful when you talk to the villager. Please, Beto, protect yourself, Beto.
Wow, this is very strange. No wonder they locked that part. Let me in. Excuse me, are you the villager who was acting strange? I came to get the item so I could save our village. This is serious.
I'm not weird at all. I'm nervous. You rascal. Why were you late? I heard you saying you were getting bread. You don't know what bread is. You're going to get your face slapped, boy. We don't have much time. You need to build the smallest base in the world. It's our only hope. Here in this part, you'll find the item. But be careful. You have to use it wisely because the lives of all the villagers are at risk.
I'm on my way down. That's the part. It's all right, villager. The life of the village is in my hands. What's that? What is this creature? It's got white eyes. Hello, Beto.
Did you think you were going to get rid of me? Well, you're wrong.
This is just the beginning. All the villagers are going to be taken.
There's no hope for you. You'd better hurry, or there won't be any time left.
He's stronger than I thought. He's just one of the villagers who's going to be taken by Herobrine. It's getting really serious. Look, with these items, I think I can protect myself better. Thank you, villager. I need them.
Beto, please, I gave away everything I had.
You have to keep the peace in our village. They're advancing more and more. No, the villagers can't be taken by Herobrine.
I've got everything, sword, bow, but I need more arrows. Come and attack me. Come on, you evil bastard. I'm going to have to eat my bread and attack him from afar. But what is this area he's guarding? Yeah. There are chests with obsidian. The worst thing is that I'm angry with this villager, but it's not even his fault. That's the villager they told me about before. He's the villager who could be strange. He was overpowered by Herobrine, but I got him and he's here. That's exactly what I saw in the newspaper. It was talking about a magic item that could save the village, but there are 4 chests made of obsidian here. I think there's something special for me in each of them. In this first chest, I've already gotten a very good item. It's the shrinking item. With it, I can become tiny and thus build the base or return to normal. That's going to be very useful. In this other chest, there's an item that lets me turn everything into mini blocks. With this, I can simply destroy a complete block and start building inside it. It's very useful. In this chest, there are various items to protect my base, such as barbed wire and guards. And in the last chest, the items to make the base. Now I need to protect these villagers. They need my help. I've already got everything I need. Now I need you to protect yourselves because things are getting serious. You all need to stay in your homes until I build the safest base inside a block. I think it would be best to build it here near the village, as there are a lot of villagers here and it will be a lot of work to get them all out. I better build it in a block. I'd even like to put everyone in a tent so that I can stay small and even get into my tent. But that won't work. There are too many villagers and it's too clear that we're inside the tent. It has to be inside a block. And that's the land I'm looking at. It's good that it's already disguised. Now, I'm going to start removing all the blocks so that I can make a base. The main thing is to make it small so I can build the base. That way it's much easier to see. I'm going to remove all this part first. If I want to, I can take out one block at a time, or I can take out a much larger block. I can now take out almost a whole block this way, but this way I'll take a chunk. It's much better. I'll take it out little by little so that there's enough space inside the block. It'll be the best idea, and then I'll disguise it. Because when I break it, I get a little block and I can rebuild it inside the block. Now my goal is to first open up a large space so that the villagers can fit in here. My first step is to leave 2 blocks inside the block. From the hole in the block to the outside, that's 2 blocks. But now I'm going to start removing this part so that I can expand. Here I can already increase the size because I'm going to break everything here. So I can start breaking it up at once. A lot. It doesn't even look like that meaningless block I was breaking down. Now there's a big space and I can expand beyond this block that I've broken. I can keep going to the end, make a huge base with lots of space. There's not even any more room for these small blocks in my inventory because there are so many that drop. Now that the space has been made, I need to start placing the items inside the base. But one thing I'm going to do first is protect it. I'm going to put wire here to protect it, but oh no, there's a problem. The wire has to be placed a block away, so the most I can do is either leave it turned this way here to prevent entry. But can I get in through the wire? I can't. So the best thing in this case would be to use stakes, because that way I can put it on this side and the base will be very discreet. And it'll be even better than that. That's just the first step. But first I need to take care of the inside. What I need to do now is put the items in. It's the essential part for this moment. And I have several here so I can put several villagers in this part. First, I'm going to put in a bed, but I think I'm going to have to put in several. There are several villagers. I'm going to have to make the biggest base of all. Even digging here, there will be a lot of beds in this space. But another thing I've brought is essential items, like a tiny work table. Will it work? The worst thing is that I didn't manage to craft anything, so wait a minute. I'll make it a bit bigger. I can't craft it yet. Let me try to increase the size of this work table. Now it's turning into a piece. Since the attack could come at any time, I don't know how long it will take. I've even brought items to build a tree, a sort of mini forest, since we'll be spending a lot of time in this part. These are just a few of the items I've brought here, but I'd better check to see if the villagers are okay, because I don't know if this place is safe. I'll even take a look. Take a look. Wait a minute. There's something strange over there. What's that? What's that in the village? Is the villager all right? What's that? It's in my house. There's a picture of a villager with white eyes. It was that realistic villager who was right in that part. What creature is that? Wait a minute. Was that villager? What's going on? What's happening to the village? I've run out of time. I have to hurry. So it seems the problem is already arriving. I can't stay here. The Herobrine will take all the mobs. I still have some items to build. I'll at least make a window here to be able to observe. I brought this glass so I can observe when I cover this part. What I'm gonna do now to speed things up is to close it off here at the base. Now there's this glass covering our base. I'm gonna take advantage of this and build a toilet, a respectful toilet. A mini swimming pool is also a must. Okay, it's a joke here, but I'm putting this in to make sure there's water in the place. So much so that I've brought some washing up liquid to put in because it might be necessary. I don't know what happens if you add lava to the water. The tiny lava with the lava. I try to swim in the lava, at least I don't get hurt. Nothing happens here here in the water either. But what happens if I put the two together? Here it is, lava. And I thought it was going to be a big problem, but everything's normal. But now I'm going to take advantage and get even smaller to build items with wooden planks. I also need to build a few things. One of the things is going to be chairs here in this part so we can be comfortable and also have a meeting area. Because the problem is only getting bigger and time is running out. The base is now very good. We can already support a few villagers, but I also have to leave it as a secure base. That's not enough for it to be safe. It has to look secure. So I've taken advantage of this and expanded the base here. And here you'll find the special items area. The giant items to protect us. This is where I can get big. And here you'll find bows, arrows, everything you need, and a sword. And I also have diamond blocks to make this area really sturdy. This is going to be a sort of part 2 of the base to make it secure. Here, if there's a problem in part 1, if they find out I'm inside this tiny base the size of an ant, at least there's somewhere for me to go, which will be in this diamond part. I'm going to cover all this up later, of course, with earth. Otherwise, it'll look like there's something wrong here. The best way is to do it this way. That way you won't notice it right away. When I cover the front, it'll be impossible to find out. And the craziest thing is that you can become the size of an ant and enter this base, which looks tiny, but it is possible. Now that this area is done, I'll put in the sword I had to take out. And now here it is complete. The sword will actually have to stay here because I can't get through these items. They're for emergencies. And for the villagers to help me too. Only here I have to exchange them for diamond blocks. Being small has the disadvantage that it takes me a year to break a real block, but no problem. This is just the security area. I'm going to close it off now to hide this part. Closing the door is very simple. I just have to keep adding blocks of earth until I have a row. And I can leave a makeshift door or even use my special item. This wand, it can break a block in one go if I wanted to. So this will be the hidden emergency part of the base. Now it's ready and I need to call the villagers. Yeah, I just want to know where the bed I put here is going. But before I call them, I mustn't forget to lock it up to maintain security. I don't know what it's going to be like, but this way it'll be difficult for them to get to my base. First of all, okay, it's a bit weird having stakes, but they won't even be able to see my base in here. I left a little door so I can get in when I'm little, right? I have to have a way of getting into my base when I get small. And I can even get in by crossing the stakes, but it makes it impossible. But let me call the villagers right away and I'll use this item on them. What is it? What's going on? Hey, I don't believe it. I wasn't prepared for a fight. I've got my heart set on it. What is it? Another villager has been taken by Herobrine. I took too long. I should have realized this sooner. Stay away from me. Man, and it seems to be getting worse. More villagers are like this. I thought the problem would only start later, but it's already here in front of me. Get out of here. I'm going to have to use my bow. From the looks of it, many of them have already been affected. I don't know how many haven't gone yet, but much of the town is already like this. Look at these creatures. Their eyes are white. That's the first sign. It's just the first sign. What's that? Oh my God. What is this life? What creatures are these? No, the problem is here. The attack. The monster attack has begun. Look at that thing. It's pulling me. Stop it. I'm going to eat my enchanted golden apple. I got these items. Look at that monster. It's trying to pull me in. You won't make it? No. You won't make it? No. Ugly thing. I'll get small. Then he can't pull me out. I'm being blocked by this block. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start digging and I'm going to go to my base. But it's getting too dangerous. It's not just him who's a threat. It's impossible here. There's no end to the monsters. My only hope is to get into my base and I'm going to do it. It's the only chance I have. But the monster won't stop. It's attacking from afar. I'm going to have to eat enchanted golden apples nonstop. I'm being pulled by something. I don't know. He's just watching me. He's just watching me. There are strange creatures trying to pull me in. But that won't do any good. My security is strong. And I'm getting out of here. I'm going to get to my base. You will. There'll be time. Stay small. I'm coming in. You can't hit me here. That's it. I'll close it up. The glass. Let's go. I have to change. Wow. He's trying to attack in here. I can't let him. I can't let him. Now I'm safe. I'm locked in. And if I get into bigger trouble, I have the back to use. I think I'll leave the screen open. Ah, there. They're trying to pull me in, but they can't. I don't get pulled in because of my base. The villagers. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any left. There aren't any villagers left. That was the end of them. But now I'm going to leave this part open. I'm going to save the last golden apples I have in this area here. It's the best thing to do. And I'll keep some with me too. I'll just check. Are there any villagers left? No way. Look at those creatures. He's trying to attack me, but I'll attack from a distance. Here I can hit you. You bad boy. No. You won't be able to beat me like this. You won't, because I'm much stronger. And I'm already under the effect of the enchanted golden apple. I'm gonna beat this creature. Look at the life of it. Look at the appearance of this hideous thing. Here. Now take more arrows. Here, I can't damage him. I can't damage him. My God, I'm rotting. I'm rotting. I'm going up. I can't even see. Get out. I was going against you. I think it's that monster. Summon those creatures. That's what's happening. That monster is trying to pull me in, but now you'll see. It's no use. It's no use. It's trying to pull me into its mouth.
It's no use, Beto. Your end has come. It's the end of you and the villagers.